and welcome to My Xbox and Me, episode 149. Oh my god, we are so close to 150. That is scary, and I didn't realise we were this close to 150, and I have water on my glasses, and I can't really see my monitor properly. I am one of your hosts, MC Fixer, alongside Crash.
Still nothing.
I'll be honest with you, I thought about it while I was going through the show notes. I was like, I wonder what I'm going to say. And then I was like, no. Nothing. Let me set the record straight, because I see a lot of speculation out there, Crash. Lots and lots of speculation out there in the My Xbox and Me community. No, I haven't fired Gary. We joke about it. He hasn't been fired. No, Crash isn't Gary's replacement. Yo, don't make faces like that, acting like it. No, it's not true. He can try and confirm whatever he wants. Crash is not Gary's replacement. Gary has not gone anywhere. It's just scheduling and stuff like that, and there's a lot going on. So don't worry about what Crash says. Don't trust him. I promise you cannot trust him as well as you can throw him. It was the last minute replacement. You know, Moody was busy, so I had to take Crash.
That's hurtful.
I mean, I'm
at the bottom of the barrel. Huh?
I mean, well, scraping the bottom of the barrel the last 3 weeks. I was like, shit. At least the first week it was like Moody and Crash. Then it was just Crash, and now it was like, fuck, Moody's busy. I better take just Crash again. The numbers weren't that bad last week, so we're all right. Okay. So maybe this week the numbers will be super bad because people think you're coming back. I have to think you're to blame. You know I can't blame me.
Definitely.
It's been going very on par when I've been around. You come around.
Got you. You're right. It's definitely what it is. Ruining everything. I should just go right now, right?
I mean, don't, because I need a show. I don't really want to do it on my own.
Got you.
Okay. So I'll just offend you first, and you can leave later, all right? Just hours time, all right? We're good. All right. For those who don't know, this is our weekly Xbox podcast right here on youtube.com/myxboxandme. Man, I haven't made that mistake in a while. If you want to support it financially, you can head over to patreon.com/mcfixer. You can get audio version, you can get the video version, you can get all sorts of goodies early. There's thank yous, there's all different bits and bobs. Other than that, anything else to say? Subscribe on the YouTube channel. I'd appreciate it. We're close to 200 still. We still haven't passed that 200 mark, so if we could get past that, that would be great. Crash, should we jump straight into what's been in our box this week?
Yes.
All right, what's been in our box this week? I mean, I've got a ton to talk about. I have wrote down a ton of games. So I've done this new thing on my Twitch channel, as you already know. But for the audience, of like I do a schedule now in the mornings. Like not in the mornings, once a week. So then you know what I'm playing. So I've actually got to play games other than FIFA and Rainbow, which is fantastic. Don't get me wrong, I still played FIFA and Rainbow, but I played games other than that. And the first one I'd like to talk about is Graveyard Keeper. Obviously, I played this on Wednesday. Yeah, I played this on Wednesday. It's the management sim game where your whole job is to be a graveyard keeper, obviously. It's very much like Stardew Valley-esque. Some people said Harvest Moon as well, but I never played that.
Gotcha.
It's what you're hearing is what you're getting. It's a management game with a story, and you just literally wake up one day. You're going to the shop with your wife. You pick up the groceries. You get hit by a car. You die. Boom. You wake up in this graveyard, and you've been selected to be the graveyard keeper. Now, I'm not too deep into the game. I played for about 4 hours and got pretty much nothing done, as most people were aware when I was playing it. But I'll be honest with you, it's the only game this week that I've played that I haven't stopped thinking about. That I'm like, I want to go back and play that. I want to keep playing. I love the game. I love the mechanics. I love what it's doing. I love the mining and the loot system. I love all of that. But the one thing I did have a problem with, and thank God that someone else did, because I was looked at Eurogamer's review just before I came on. It is very, very, very convoluted and very complicated for no reason. It just sort of seems a bit, you know, like Minecraft, Crash. You know, it's very easy to you pick up 3 blocks of wood. You turn it into this type of wood. You pick up 3 bits of wall, you turn it into this. It's just simple. This game's not that simple. It's once you learn it, it makes perfect sense. But it's not as easy as just, okay, I'm going to mine this metal ore, and I'm going to put charcoal in the furnace, and then it's going to turn that into iron.
Right.
You're going to do that, you're going to get it, you're going to put it in, you need to then put sticks in, and then if you haven't got sticks, you've got to turn it into wooden blocks, and it's just very one thing on top of another thing on top of another thing for no reason.
So is it a lack of tutorials in game that makes it this way, or is it just by default?
I think it's a bit of column A, a bit of column B.
Gotcha.
So it's the tutorial isn't great. It's not a great tutorial, and we all know I'm a dum-dum, so that really makes me struggle. Really makes me struggle. But it could be. You got to remember, Minecraft doesn't have a tutorial. When it first launched, it didn't have a tutorial. People figured it out. So I don't know if that was what they were going for with this, which was like a, here you go, play it, you're going to figure it out type situation, which I'm okay with. But you can only do that when your systems are simple. You can't do that when your systems are super complicated and a little bit like, what? I don't really understand what's going on type thing.
Right.
So yeah, the tutorial wasn't helpful, but you figure it out. I mean, it's definitely one of the, very much that you figure it out, or you get a friend called Scovax to go on Google and search it for you while you're live. But yeah, like I said, I have a lot of fun with it. I really want to get back to it. The one thing I do want to say is I was playing on my Xbox One X, and I did have a few stuttering issues. Nothing too major, nothing crazy, but I did have my Xbox and me listener, Techless Tech, come in and say, "Are you having like performance issues?" Because my game is stuttering a lot. I'm not sure if he's got the X or not, but yeah, I was getting stutter every now and then. Nothing too major, nothing game breaking, but that is one of those things. Yeah, definitely.
Gotcha.
It's on Game Pass, so if you've got a Game Pass subscription, I 100% say check it out. I think I've been doing this podcast for a while now, 149 weeks, and as of lately, I've been in a bit of a rut of which games I've been playing, which has been Rainbow, it's been FIFA, it's been PUBG, it's been Fortnite. I feel like now I've just getting out of that, and it's nice to be able to actually talk to you guys and be like, Graveyard Keeper, yes, play it, it's good. Obviously Dead Cells as well, but you understand what I mean. Like, this is the first time I've really embraced it and really enjoyed it. So
this is also the first time that it's not like a big title, because Dead Cells got everybody was talking about a ton of press.
Yeah, well, because of the whole, other than that, but yeah, because of the whole IGN stuff, which is unfortunate. Or fortunate, probably more fortunate than unfortunate.
Definitely more fortunate.
But yeah, like I think Game Pass has done a great thing here, because they put this come in day and day on Game Pass. It was day and day release and in Game Pass, and for me, I would never have played this game otherwise. Like, even if I had got sent a code for this game, I wouldn't have played this game. I know it. I know that for a fact, because I get sent codes for so many games. Not that I'm bragging, a lot of bad games as well, but get sent codes for games I'm just like, I'm not touching this. It's just, no, I'm not doing it. But I gave it a chance, I've played it, and I really like it. So yes. Do you want to talk about Destiny?
Yes.
Please. You're the only one on here, so that can talk about it, really.
Before it came out, I talked to you. I was like, I'm not getting it.
I was going to say, okay. I thought you were going to try and back out of it. I'm about to
No, I was going to back out of it. I was completely, no. And then about a day or two before it came out, they had the Gambit, which is the new PvP/PvE game mode available.
Oh, okay.
I didn't play it, but I watched people play it.
Got ya.
And it looked interesting. It looked fun. I was like, man, I really miss Destiny. I missed Destiny back in Destiny 1 during the Taken King, when it was peak performance.
When it became good.
When it became good.
And then it got bad again, and now, from the sounds of things,
it's amazing.
It's good. Whoa. Are we getting amazing, or are we getting good? What are we talking here?
I'm going to go with amazing.
Oh, okay.
So far, everything leading up to the end game is amazing. I don't know about the end game. I'm early into the end game. But yeah, so I was basically like, I miss Destiny. This is going to be the last chance I give Destiny. If Forsaken doesn't get me, I'm done. No, Destiny 3, nothing. I'm not going to even try, because it'll probably be a letdown.
Which is where I'm at.
Yeah. So I get it. I play it. First day I play it, 4 or 5 hours in, loving it.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm liking it so far. I don't know how it'll keep going.
Early start, yeah.
Exactly. Could be just a honeymoon phase. I don't know. I go to bed, I wake up, and I'm like, I really want to play some Destiny 2.
That's a good sign.
Repeat the process. Next day, same thing. Which is good for me. The story's super solid. They added a lore tab now, so you get pieces of lore throughout the world, and
that's reading. I'm not doing that, but yeah, sure. For you nerds that can read, all good.
Then there's a collection tab which shows you all the guns you have and armor you've collected in the game.
That sounds good.
Sort of adds that bit more gameplay for people who want to collect everything.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason to. I'm assuming.
Yeah. You get a point system.
I mean, that's more of a reason than you had before. I mean, it just shows you that there's something. I think it's like Dead Cells in a way, where like you see all the items above when you die.
Yeah.
It's like not necessarily that I want to get all the items, but it's cool to see it fill up.
Right.
I'm not gonna get anything from that, but it's still cool. There's a reason still, yeah.
Yeah, and it feels great. The new strikes they added are probably the best strikes in Destiny overall.
Okay.
The grind now is from power level 500 to 600, the end game grind.
Yeah.
Which is a big grind.
But that's the whole point. You want a grind. That's the point of Destiny.
But and now they have more. Exactly. Now they have more varied ways for you to get power level, which I assume they did. That's why there's such a big gap, because you have so many ways. So if somebody's super hardcore, they're not going to be able to reach max level in a week or two. But somebody who doesn't play that often always feels like they're progressing without having to do the same routine over and over.
Yeah, which is why I said that.
Exactly.
That was my big thing. I enjoyed the game, played it with you 13 hours straight in the day it came out. We ended up getting through it. I had the first expansion, I'm guessing, or was it I had the first season pass.
Yeah, which came with both expansions.
This is where I get lost, and this is my biggest problem with Destiny. Not to say that I think they shouldn't do it, but when you buy a season pass for something, and I know we differ in opinions on this, but for me, you should get everything. If it's an expansion, it's an expansion. If it's a season pass, it's a season pass. It should be done the same way, like that for me. That's just what I think. And I don't like the thought of like, okay, I'm going to have to throw down £60 for the game. Then I'm going to pay another £60 for the season pass, which gets me 2 expansions. Cool. I generally thought I was getting everything with that.
Right. Well,
I didn't. I got the first lot. Yeah. Which
you get all the content from the first year.
Which makes perfect sense. I'm not like, I don't think that it doesn't make sense.
Right.
It's just super goddamn frustrating because I don't want to put more money in just to play with you. I would quite easily play through this right now. Like right now,
valid point.
If you were like, okay, you can play it, you can do certain things that I can't do, but we can still go through and do something, I would probably still play it again. Because you would be on it, there'd be other armies on it. There's a few others out there. I like the gameplay of Destiny, and that's enough for me because I've never cared about the story. But I'm not throwing down another. What was this season? What was this? 60?
40.
40. Okay, so
for
about 35 for me. £35.
Yeah.
But nah, I'm good.
That makes sense. That's all valid. It's 100% valid. I think it would have been different if even year 1 for Destiny 2 was fun, but it wasn't. It was super lackluster.
I think with Destiny 3, what I would do, because they seem to have not learned, is put out the game for £60 and give away the first year's content for free.
Yeah.
For free, for everyone. So everybody gets it for free. And then the second year's content, you charge, let's say it was 40 now, let's say you charge 60 again then. For a big expansion. And it's like, okay, I don't then feel robbed. This happened with Destiny 1 with me. I felt robbed. This happened with Destiny 2 with me. I feel robbed. Maybe robbed's not the right word, but I feel like it took you a whole goddamn year just to figure out what the game should be and how it should work.
Right, to get where it should be. It was
to
the same
pay you
thing with
more
the first
money.
one.
No, I can't do it. I can't do it. No way.
No, I agree. Like with the first one until Taken King, it wasn't really... The game didn't feel complete. It felt like there's pieces that are functioning well, but they're not all in unison. They're all sort of kind of like separated and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it's the same case with Destiny 2, where it's like, this feels like what Destiny 2 should have been from the beginning.
Yeah.
So with Destiny 3, you can only hope that they do this, but who knows? Track record is they won't.
Yeah. which sucks.
Yeah, definitely.
But you're enjoying it.
Overall, yeah.
For Destiny players that are listening, would you suggest, if they haven't picked this up already, do you suggest they pick it up?
Yes,
Okay.
I would.
Fair enough. Anything else you've been playing?
Battlefield 5 beta. We played together.
Yes. Let's talk about that. Man, I mean, you can start off if you like. I really like it, but
yeah, it was a surprising enjoyment. It was just this feeling of when you're in the city map, when you're playing and you're going through it and you're crouching and you're looking around corners. For some reason, it just felt real in a sense.
Yeah, I agree.
Which I've never felt playing Battlefield before.
Which I've never felt playing any shooter before.
Yeah.
For me personally, like I've played
100%.
I played the only Battlefields that I have played is Battlefield 4 on the Xbox One when it first launched, and Hardline. I played the story and a tiny bit of multiplayer. So
okay.
People seem to not like 4 and people seem to not like Hardline. Like they're like meant to be the two ones that people dislike. So maybe that wasn't a great time to come in and play, but that's when I did play. Playing this, it was literally, I saw it come up, the beta, which we'll talk about a little bit later in the news. I was like, yo, what, I'm going to give it a chance. Like, I don't really play betas, that's never really my thing. But I was like, let's give it a chance. And I literally played it for about, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes. And I was like, man, this is good. Like, this is actually good. This is actually fun. Yeah. This is actually enjoyable. I'm dying a lot, but I'm not stressed about it. I'm getting kills, and I'm not. I think the thing that made it click for me instantaneously was when I shot someone. I thought I killed them. I didn't, but I shot someone. I got 57 points for a hit marker, or for hitting them, and then I died. But I wasn't angry about that. I was okay with that. Yeah. And I don't know if that's only on Conquest. I don't know about the modes. Again, I'm not a Battlefield guy, so I don't know that deep knowledge about the game. But for me, I just never seem to have gotten angry. I get angry at Siege. I get angry at Call of Duty. I get angry at PUBG. I get angry at Fortnite. I get angry, and maybe outside of a beta, I will get angry at Battlefield.
Yeah.
But the only thing that frustrated me was my teammates not being on the point. So you know what I did? I got up and ran to the point myself instead.
Exactly. I think Battlefield's really special in the fact that it really is a team-based game like no other. Yeah. You don't get super punished for dying. It's not like Rainbow where if you die, your team's now 4v5.
We're in trouble.
And it's a huge deficit, right? Yeah. It's like you die, you respawn, you run to that point, or you run to a different point, and you just try again.
Yeah.
Which I think is fantastic. Yeah, it's the fact you get points for everything in that.
And that's
I throw
what I
you
love
health, ammo. I get a shot on somebody. I'm getting points. I'm staying on a point and capping it.
Yeah, you defend the point, you're getting points. It's just everything feels rewarding.
Yeah,
and I don't think you find that in many shooters. When you're playing badly, you're not playing that bad. And my whole thought process was perfect. I'm gonna convince Haley to get this. She can play any class that she wants. Like once upon a time, I'd be like, yo, you play medic. No, I played the medic and loved playing the medic. So it weren't because of that. It was like, you can play any class you want. Here, here's a sniper. All I want you to do is sit on D the whole match. If that's what you want to do, I mean, go run around if you want to, but go sit on D. Why? Because you're helping the team by sitting on D. And you're going to die, but you're going to call out that you died, and then we're all going to sprint to D.
Right, exactly.
As simple as that. Like it just doesn't, skill level in that game doesn't seem to matter. I'm sure it will do when we get higher and higher and higher, but I'm talking about just for a bit of fun, which I think maybe me and you, gaming's meant to be fun, right?
Right.
And we have fun, but we play to win.
Oh, 100%.
And
100%.
That's the fun for us.
Yeah.
Where some people don't get that. Like I know on this podcast, like especially that people are like, oh, you're too much for me, and I'm like, it's not that I'm too much. It's just I want to win. I want to win at everything.
I have more fun if I'm winning.
100%.
I can enjoy a game if I'm losing. Like this game did not piss me off when I was losing.
No,
I wasn't like, man,
exactly.
I don't like this game. I don't want to play. Whatever. I was still enjoying myself.
Yeah.
I'd enjoy myself even more if I was winning.
100%.
It's just how it is.
Like we did a couple of times.
We did. Yes,
but we lost a couple of times. But yeah, I think it's just that the squad system works perfectly. It's that competition between, it was me, you, and Dan only playing. But it's just a competition between the three of us, like, who's finishing above. None of us were going to
Yeah.
finish first, but
No, I got close.
but it's the fact that Dan, only probably the better of the players of all of us, didn't come above me and you because we were capping points and he was getting kills.
Yep.
Simple.
Yep.
And then like it's just that little joke in between us and stuff. It just felt great. The game itself felt amazing. Graphics are beautiful. Gunplay, it's Battlefield. Obviously, you know how it plays. It plays brilliantly. Yeah. But yeah, I'm. The only problem with that game, and you touched on it, is I think you need a team every time you play it.
Oh, 100%.
Otherwise, I can see that's when it gets frustrating.
Yeah. Like, we got off, I got back, I didn't feel like playing it.
Yeah.
Whereas with Call of Duty, with the Black Ops 4 beta, I got done with the beta, and I was like, oh, I feel like playing Black Ops 4. I'll go on, I'll play a match or two by myself.
Because that don't matter.
I'm completely fine. Yeah, exactly.
Next up, I played We Happy Few for a couple of hours. I didn't dislike the game. It was pretty much what I was expecting from it. Okay. It's, you know what, if you've seen the trailer for We Happy Few, you know what we're getting. It just didn't draw me in for some reason. It just didn't have, the combat's not great, the humor's not fantastic, the world is not great, the art style for me is not brilliant, and the art style was what got me in, but everyone looks so much the same when you actually get in there, and there's just lots and lots and lots of different bits that just sort of drew me out of that whole experience.
Gotcha.
And
did you play?
Go on.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go on.
Did you play the beta for it?
Yes.
So is it any
10 times better
different,
than
or
that?
Same thing. Better than that?
Yeah,
okay.
10 times better than that. Yeah, like it's very similar, obviously, because that was the world that they were building. But it's better than that. Yeah, it's definitely. If you want a trippy, I suppose, a social commentary on the world right now because of like the whole joy pills and stuff like that, and the world being drugged up, it's quite an interesting story from what I was getting. But I'm not willing to put in the hours to get that story because it's not that interesting.
Got you. The gameplay puts you off.
Yeah, because it's just. I mean, you can play it any way you like, but you're very much punished for playing it the way I play the game, which is run in and like.
Got you.
That's just you're punished for that because you get overloaded very quickly and you get killed. Which again, that makes sense, but I'm not into stealth.
Right.
So the stealth parts, I'm still like, I don't care. Do you know what I mean? If you watch me play that game, I was literally just sprint. There's a proper stealth bit, and I was just like, and just
Not
ran,
doing this.
jumped, sprinted, opened doors, and hid. Like, and that, do you know what I mean? That's there as well. You can do that, but the game was very much like you should be sneaking up right now and knocking these people out one by one. I'm like, nah, I ain't got time for that.
I don't need that.
But yeah, so I played that. I don't think it's worth playing if you were on the fence about it. But maybe somebody else who has finished the game. I only played about 4 or 5 hours. So, and I enjoyed the beginning part. Do you know what? I say it like this. I enjoyed it up to the part of when it goes open world. When it becomes a little bit more freer. That's where I got lost and was a bit like, so what is it you want me to do? And I don't have any joy pills, so I'm getting spotted by everyone every 2 seconds, and this is happening and that's happening. And I'm like, do you know what? Nah.
No.
There's too many games out there. There's too many games out there for me to not have to worry about this one.
Right. So question.
Yes.
If somebody had the early access version,
I think it's worth trying.
should they go? It's worth trying? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's definitely worth trying if you already own it. I think it's definitely worth going back and giving it a go. You'll know very early on. I think you'll know if you get to the point that I got to, honestly, if it's for you. Yeah, which is it opens up and then that's when the game sort of begins. But I liked it as the it wasn't linear, but it was like, you've got this to do, or you can do this. You've got this to do, or you can do this. And instead, it sort of opened up and it was, this woman needs flowers, and go do this if you like. It's like, and that was for me. I was just like, no. There's open world games better than this. I don't need this. So.
And it's sort of these small side quests that lead to big quests that you don't like.
I mean, I like the big quest. I didn't like anything else. Like I like the fact that it was telling me where to go at all times.
Okay. So as soon as that stopped,
As soon as that stopped, I was a bit like,
out.
I'm alright. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right.
Like, you get to the first part, like there's humor in it. Like, you have to do this test, and it's like kind of funny, but it wasn't that funny. And it's like the answers are very obvious in it, and it's just a bit like, I get what you're going for here. Maybe it just doesn't work with me. I don't get the whole Britishness of like the British people think you're German, and it's just
Okay.
I didn't get it. And I'm never a fan of games that take the mickey out of British people. Personally, just probably because I'm British. But
Right.
but yeah, for me it's just like, I think to myself, really? We're not all about tea and crumpets. Like, and this game is very much, oh, don't worry, Jimmy, just sit down and have a cup of tea. And I'm like, bruh, I'd rather a hot chocolate. Or, do you know what I mean? It's like, for me, it's just nah.
Okay.
Nah,
All right.
unfortunately.
Fair.
Other than that, played Rainbow, played FIFA. Crash played Rainbow with me. We're playing ranked. New season's out, so
Yep.
stressful.
I think I'm done for a while with Rainbow. Shields, man. I don't mess with the shields, bro.
2 new characters have been added, Clash, and I don't know the other character's name. But to be fair, Chris, once the other new character comes out and we own it, Clash is going to be super easy to kill.
Yeah, I'll give it until then.
Once we've got the new, because once we can blowtorch holes behind Clash, boom.
Yeah, true.
And to be fair, we only played with 2 people. Was me and you.
Yeah, that's a fair
and that's
point.
that's a big difference in Rainbow, as you know.
But you know how some of the people we play with are fix.
I'm not calling out any names.
You know?
Bill B, jeez. But yeah, no, it will be interesting.
Yeah. No,
it will be
you're
interesting.
right. I should give it some more time.
Yeah, a little bit.
I shouldn't say I'm done with it yet.
Yeah. And last but not least, Crash. A little game called PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, has come out officially. All right, Crash is now dark. Yo, that looked good.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay.
Has officially came out now. And I have a few things to say.
Okay. Say them.
So I played the game for about 2.5 hours on Tuesday, the day it came out. Played the new map. I wanted to see how the game run, and what I will say is I like the new map way better than I like the other map, the previous second map.
Okay.
It's smaller, it's more interesting, it's close counters, it's a little bit different. The problem I have with this game is it's now out 1.0 and the game is still broken. Simple as. And the only reason I know it's broken is because I played it on PC. Simple. That's the only reason why I know. If I hadn't played it on PC, I wouldn't know any different. But it's the fact that I'm on an X, so I'm on the premium console, thanks to everybody, as I love to say every time. But you still go over the main map. I can't remember what it's called anymore, because I'm just out of that PUBG world. And buildings are still not loading in. So on PC from day one, I could always see buildings.
Oh, 100%.
If you could, and you'd have a PC, not like bragging, but your PC's not even as good as mine, and you could still see buildings.
Oh, 100%.
So there's that. There's still textures, like you're looking in the distance, and the hats just look like Play-Doh still.
Right.
And I'm like,
and that was on the X.
This is on the X.
Me on an S or somebody on an original Xbox is gonna have a horrible time.
I don't even want to think about it for him. I was just sort of like, I was expecting to go into the game, and this is from a critique point of view for 1.0. We'll get into my own personal thoughts on the game as well in a second, but the game is still not finished. The game is still broken. Because you should be able to look anywhere with an 8x scope and see buildings and it not be Play-Doh. That's never happened on PC. And I'm sorry to compare the two, but that's what I have to go on at the end of the day. So I'm a little bit disappointed in that. I'm quite frustrated, if I'm honest with you. I feel like Xbox players have been ripped off. I feel like they've rushed this out to 1.0 because they're losing it compared to Fortnite.
I remember whenever we would talk about it and I'd mention this stuff and you're like, oh, well, it's an early access, it's an early access. And now it's not an early access. They have no excuse.
That's my whole thing. Look, I am a defender of the game while it's in early access. I'm a defender of any game while it's in early access. But the moment it comes out of early access, you better have certain things done.
Right. And if stuff's still loading in,
You've got a great
game.
UI now. Cool. You've got map playlist. Cool. Certain things have been fixed, and you've got your skins now. Great. And you've got all the ways to make more money.
Right.
Fantastic. But your game's still broken.
Right.
Fact.
This is a case of having like the small stuff in there, but the main game's not working.
I'm sure some people are so happy there's now a progression system and there's skins and
Right.
the people that. But for me to go back after playing Fortnite a lot more and other battle royales, and I think this is where I come at it now, and I think to myself, and I was playing it, and I went to myself, you know what? PUBG is no longer special. And I know me and you have different opinions because you played H1, but I never played H1. So for me, PUBG was, and oh my god, this is so different. This is fantastic. This is never been done before in my head.
Right.
And that now I just think to myself, Fortnite is a superior game.
Yeah.
And I actually do like the fact that Fortnite has emotes and funky skins and a bit of personality, because PUBG doesn't have any of that. Which, they're two different games. They play differently. They're for different audiences. Perfect. Cool.
Yeah.
But now, after playing both for a while, I want the fun, light-hearted Fortnite over the hardcore PUBG, which is crazy because I don't think I ever would have thought that.
Right.
I remember boycotting Fortnite like crazy.
Yeah, I never in my life thought you'd say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's
disappointing. Very, very, especially because it's art as well.
right.
It's art. Do you know what I mean? And just, yeah, very, very, very disappointing. Like,
They got rid of their safety net.
Disappointing. Yeah.
Okay.
All that was meant to be in topic of the show, by the way, so I apologise for not saying topic of the show. Also, topic of the show was PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, launches on Xbox One and has now crossed 9 million players. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is a battle royale game focused on salvaging weapons and using stealth or other tactics to be the last person alive. It goes on yada yada. It's come out of game preview and has now passed 9 million units, which is fantastic. It was doing gangbusters on 100%. PC. It has now done gangbusters on Xbox, which is great. Now go fix your game.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, with that big of a player base, it kind of makes you question whether Xbox just can't handle it or they're focusing more so on getting money from that player base.
I think it's monetizing it. They've realized that they didn't monetize the game well early enough, and Fortnite is now. But they shouldn't have either because I had to pay £30 for that.
You have to pay. Yeah. It wasn't a free game. Fortnite's free. That's why it got monetized so early.
But yeah, they're seeing the monetizing of it. So yeah. But congratulations to Bluehole. Congratulations to Brendan Green. You made a great game. I had a lot of fun with it, but I am done. I'm so ready to uninstall it. That's how I know that. If someone says to me, "Do you want to play PUBG?" I'm gonna no. Do you want to play Fortnite? Simple.
Right.
And I still can't build for shit.
Yeah. True.
Let's hear from our boy Mike Lynch. Mike Lynch is a sponsor of this week's My Xbox and Me, and his ad read goes a little something like this. Mike Lynch loves fix. End of.
Still no new ad read.
No ad read. End of.
Gotcha.
No. To be fair, I messaged him saying, "Can I have a new ad read?" And he said, "Put this as the ad read. Mike Lynch loves fix."
Oh, did he really? There we go. New ad read.
Okay, Mike, you the man. Hey, you support this show. You support at the Patreon level.
Whatever
you do
want,
what you
Mike.
want. Whatever you want. I mean, that's short, simple, and I'm not gonna complain. Let's get into the news this week, Chris. Not much to go on, to be honest with you, but there's a few little bits and bobs. Lego Harry Potter collection is releasing on October for the Xbox One and enhanced. For those who didn't realize this was the Harry Potter collection, the Lego Harry Potter collection, that was previously on the PS4, which we all went, why is this an exclusive? That's weird. It was on the Xbox 360. It's eventually and now came to the Xbox One, and it is Xbox One X enhanced. This game has Harry Potter Lego years 1 to 4 and Harry Potter Lego years 5 to 7, all remastered. So for those that want that, cool. Thank God, I almost bought this on PlayStation for Haley a couple of times. I didn't because I was like, please come to Xbox. It has. I think I bought it on PC when it was on sale for like £3, but now there's achievements and a controller. I'm there.
That's all you need.
I mean, it's not hard. The official Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout Battle Royale trailer has dropped. So I thought we would talk about that a little bit. Crash, you dropped me the link yesterday. I did a quick trailer reactions on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/mcfixer, for those that want to look at that. What did you think?
It was kind of what I thought it was going to be. I was surprised by the zombies and the vehicles.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's fast-paced.
Yep.
It's Call of Duty.
Yep. I feel like it's just taken the best parts of certain other games and just put it in, which is what I expected, honestly.
Yeah, I
it's
agree.
like, okay, we have crate drops. Perfect. But what you can do is park your car underneath the crate drop, let it drop in, and drive away.
Yep.
Why has PUBG not got a truck in this game?
I remember we talked about that in PUBG. I wonder if we put a car under it and drive away, will we take it? Nope. It doesn't work like that.
So it should have. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, they had that. I agree with you on the zombies. From what I found out so far, the zombie part is only on certain parts of the map. So it's not like the whole map spawned with zombies. It's like if you land at a certain part of the map, which I'm assuming it's gonna have better loot because it's more higher chance.
That's
you
why you go there. Okay.
You'd go there. So that's what I found out on that.
I like that. I actually really like that.
Yeah, me too.
It makes it riskier to go for the better loot spots.
I mean, it's different.
Yeah.
I think that's. I said from the day one, if Call of Duty Black Ops Battle Royale is interesting, I'll get it just for that alone. And if it's, I said if it's just polished, because PUBG's never been polished. If it's polished, perfect. They're not only doing that, but they're adding more. You had the zombies, you had the crate drop, you had the aeroplanes, you had boats, you had guns underwater, you had the Nuketown sign, which was scrolling down. I'm hoping that's actually in game. I'm not sure if it is or not, but actually scrolling down for the amount of people that are still alive. Yeah, it's just. It's interesting. It's all interesting. Yeah. It's all new. It's all fresh for the same concept of which we've seen already by Realm Royale and PUBG and Fortnite and H1Z1 and the Cullen and all these games. It's just a different take on it, and it looks like a polished take on it. And I'm really excited for it personally. Yeah,
I didn't think that we could get something that's more of a realistic as Call of Duty is.
Yeah.
Be so different. I didn't think it'd really go as far as it did.
No, I'm still interested.
I love what I see.
Yeah, I'm still interested to see the loot because we've not seen loot yet. We've not seen what it's going to be like. We've not seen how it all works just yet. We did see that the monkey bombs are in it, which is that's got to be a crate item, which I think is kind of cool because it has that personality. Like Call of Duty does have personality in zombie mode, so it's cool that they're sort of integrating that into this mode. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, I agree. And then there's also supers and stuff. Do you get supers from crates? How does that work? Again, as far as I'm aware, it's from crates. It's not a class-based thing. From as far as this is what my YouTube commenters are telling me. So take it all with a pinch of salt, by the way. But yeah, this is what once I put up my reaction video, I had a few people comment on it like, no, this is this, and no, this is that. So but yeah, like I'm interested, and I'm in. So I'll buy it for this. Simple. And because not being funny, I bought Call of Duty for a lot less. Last year's Call of Duty. Yeah. For the story. Never played the story. I mean, we enjoyed it for the first week. Oh yeah. Yeah. 100%. Week. Maybe that'd be the same with this. Oh, me too. Don't put that one on me. That's not on me. No, that one's not on you. That one's not on you. That one's not on you. So for those who don't understand that, me and Chris have this thing where if he suggests a game and it's a dud, then he owes me money pretty much. So right now, but not real money, it's sort of like a calculator in our head. So he suggested The Forest, which cost me £10, which was crap. Yeah. So he owes me £10 but then I suggested Far Cry Wildlands. Not Far Cry Wildlands, sorry, Wildlands Ghost Recon, which he hated, which meant I owed him 60, which now means I owe him 50. So yeah, we're sort of we always try and if we suggest a good game, then it sort of gets wiped off as well. So yeah, we've got a little game going on our head. So we're not crazy, I swear.
No, normal, completely normal.
Next up, THQ had a big announcement this week, and I'm sure some people will be extremely happy. We are beyond proud that THQ Nordic has acquired the Kingdoms Armor Reckoning IP, among other assets from 38 studios. Crash, did you ever play this?
Nope.
No, I didn't either, but I have heard such fantastic things, and people actually went crazy for a THQ announcement. So,
yeah, no, this is like, I like RPGs. Whenever I say this, eventually someone will always mention, what about Kingdoms of...
it's Armor of Reckoning, I think. I've said it. Look, trust me, this ain't the podcast you're coming for the grammar. Let's be serious.
Right.
So we're good on that front. But yeah, Kingdoms.
A lot of people really love this game. This is a really cool pickup. And I think it feels at home with THQ Nordic as well.
I think that's the perfect place for them. It's that sort of AA, not AAA. Maybe it's a AAA, but with a low budget. Like, it's not all the way, but it's not terrible. So...
it'll get enough love for it to go out the door.
I think it's going to get enough love and make enough money to get another one.
Oh, I agree. 100%. I agree.
So, yeah, that's interesting enough. Next up, you have The Sims 4. This one's just for Stu, I swear. The Sims 4 is getting an Xbox One X enhancement. It removes the frame rate cap. Sims 4 will look even better now on the Xbox One X. The Sims 4 allows players to create a unique character, blah, 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 blah. We all know what the goddamn Sims is. I don't need to read this out. With the launch on the Xbox One, many gamers were disappointed that the game did not feature an Xbox One enhancement, but the newest patch changes that, buries deep within the latest post about the game following bits and bobs. So, yeah. There's a few other things added there during it, like live mode and qualities and stuff like that. But the Xbox One X has now been enhanced for Sims 4. So get hyped. Next piece of news that came out of nowhere this week, which I almost made a video about, but didn't really know what I was going to say, so thought I'd just leave it for the podcast. Xbox One now connects to Alexa and Cortana devices. Microsoft is releasing a Xbox skill for Alexa and Cortana enabled devices, adding remote voice controls for the Xbox One. Announced on the Xbox Wire, the skill will allow you to turn on and off your console, launch games and apps, and start and stop mixer broadcasts. Also control volume, control media playback, and navigate menus and capture screenshots and videos. The skill also bypasses steps, so if you tell your Amazon Echo to start a game when your console is off, it turns on the console, signs you in, and boots up the game. The skill will also be coming today to some members of the Xbox Insider program in the US, with unannounced release dates for the rest of the world to check. Blah 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 blah. This is cool. I don't have an Alexa. I've always liked voice. That was the reason for my Kinect. The moment that sold me a Kinect was Splinter Cell. What was Blacklist on the 360? Yeah. They showed Sam Fisher saying, "Hey, come here," and then he's like, "What?" And the guy walks over, and I was like, "That's fucking cool." I remember also buying it when I remember saying you swore at your Kinect. You used to swear at the ref on FIFA, so you get sent off. I remember doing that just for fun because I thought it was cool.
Right.
So the whole point was if it caught you saying "fuck off, ref," you would get sent off like you would in a real match.
Right.
But yeah. So I'm totally down for this. I mean, I do think voice is going to be a big thing in the future. Sorry, go on.
I mean, already like outside of gaming, it is a big thing.
Yes.
My brother has his whole apartment set up with Google Home. So turn the lights on, turn the air conditioning, change the temperature, whatever.
Yeah.
It's all set up like that. I've been thinking about getting one for my room. Play music, you set alarm clocks, whatever, nothing too fancy. The fact that it can set up to connect to Xbox means I'll probably get an Alexa when I do. Now,
yeah, so. I've wanted one for a while. It creeps Haley out, unfortunately. She doesn't like the fact that it's always listening, which I totally get that with her career as well. Where I'm on the internet every day saying heinous stuff that could send me to prison. Right. Like, please don't. I'm sorry. But like her, it's like if something was to get hacked and like it stored things or whatever, which I've told her before, that's not how it works. But
Right.
she doesn't like them. She doesn't like the fact that it's always listening, and I'm tempted, but I'm still waiting for like one that is flawless. Because they're still not flawless. They're pretty amazing,
Right.
but they're not flawless yet. I'm sort of waiting for that one that's like, this is the one. So, but this is a good step for the Xbox, and obviously, I assume going forward for the Scarlet, it have the same thing. So,
Agreed. Yeah.
I just think it's going to be Xbox soon. It won't be Xbox One. It won't be Xbox. It will be Xbox, and then like you said, like you think the controller now will go over with the Scarlet. Which we still might get a redesigned controller, but you still like the Switch,
use your old peripherals.
like the Wii U to the Wii, like that type situation, and like with the GameCube controller with an adapter, like those. I do think, because it's Bluetooth. Bluetooth's not going anywhere, so yeah,
Right.
I'm with you.
I agree.
Last but not least, on the news front, anyway, Xbox Adaptive Controller available today. This is one that's near and dear to my heart. So I had to add it in, and I wanted to give a big shout out to anybody involved in this. I know Graham Boyd, AC Bongos, we had a deep conversation on the episode we had him on. He was super passionate about this, and I'm super passionate about it as well. As someone who had a disabled cousin who passed away, and for anyone disabled, and obviously I've got disabled friends and stuff like that, like this is just bringing gaming to everyone, and if anything can make people more accessible to play the games they love, then fantastic. But let me get into this a little bit. The Xbox Adaptive Controller, Microsoft's flexible answer to adapted input for gamers with limited mobility, is officially available today. Announced by Microsoft, the Xbox Adaptive Controller standard packaging can be purchased for $100. It's a little pricey, I'm not going to lie. I am a little bit... I'll get into that. Even though the Xbox Store or the GameStop Store extensions for the controller that can be tailored for each specific need, like the quad stick, one-handed joystick, foot pedal, and more, can be purchased separately. Yeah, I love this. I think it's a fantastic thing. I think they've got to get the cost down. I totally, because I know about this because of my aunt. Like, my aunt had like a disabled bike for my cousin, had like a disabled like ball pit, had like the price of all those things for being disability is disgusting. Like, I'm being deadly serious. It's like you already have I don't know how to do it. I want to try and word this properly. You already have a disability, so you do not need the worry of extra cost. I hope that Xbox will then bundle this with an Xbox One. So you take out the original Xbox controller and you put one of these in for disabled people. I think that's got to be something they do. If they want to actually make change in the world and they don't want to make this just look like a business move, those are the sorts of things they got to do, in my opinion. Because I don't think it should be, as much as we all know this will cost a lot of money to make, and it does. And there's a lot of time, there's a lot of R&D, there's a lot of money, there's a lot in it, but that you shouldn't be priced out of this either.
I agree. This is something that I imagine the price. I'm imagining that they had to do the price the way it is just to get it made.
I'd agree.
I hope that it gets cheaper relatively soon.
Yeah.
Because I was online on Twitter and I saw a video pop up in my feed of a kid playing Forza for the first time. I was like, oh wow. Yeah. I was like, oh wow, that's really cool. Yeah. And so the $100 price tag is a little pricey right now. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. Not a little, it's very pricey. It's $50 cheaper than an Elite controller. Yeah. Which is a what's the word I'm looking for? Premium product.
Premium product, thank you.
Yeah.
So this is not a premium product. This is just a controller that disabled people need. So let's price it. Let's try and get it priced the same as like a additional controller. $60, $70. Obviously not pounds, because Jesus. But yeah, like I just I'm not that I don't want to poo-poo anyone for making this, and I'm so happy it's there. But let's try and get that price down. I think at some point, and definitely bundle one with an Xbox One. To be like, this is not like you want to like segregate people. Anyone can buy it, but this is the one you should buy if you need this controller, because then you're not getting charged that extra $50, $60, whatever it is.
Right.
But yeah, fantastic. Well done to everyone involved. Shout out to Grand Boyd, obviously, AC Bongos. I know he wasn't involved, but I know I see him on Twitter, like, he drums it home on Twitter, so respect. Next up, games for gold this month. We have Prison Architects from September 1st to September 30th. We have Live Lock from September 16th to October 15th. We have Lego Star Wars 3 The Clone Wars from September 1st to September 15th. And we have Sega Vintage Collection Monster World from September 16th to September 30th. Crash. If people want to email in, they can at myxboxandmepodcast@gmail.com. We've only got one email this week, so remember next week, guys, episode 150. I would love to hear your best moments of the podcast so far. I think that would be dope. And how much you hate Crash. No, I'm joking. Jeez. We're at the end of the podcast and start offending you again.
You have to remind me to leave.
Yeah.
That's what's going on.
Can't have you being too comfortable around here.
All right.
But yeah, I'd love to hear your best moments of the podcast. I will get an episode out early. It'll be shot before Friday because I'm obviously at RTX next week. The week after that, we're at EGX. There's going to be a ton of content on the My Xbox and Me YouTube channel, on the MC Fixer YouTube channel. Hoping to get interviews done, have them up on the My Xbox and Me SoundCloud and iTunes, so it goes out everywhere. Let me know what you'll think of all that. But yeah, email this week we got is Fixer and the Beast from the Northeast. Raw. Sorry, Crash, you're not the Beast. I just recently joined Game Pass and I'm looking for some casual games that have some easy achievements. Do you have any suggestions? Your friend with a pathetic gamer score, Matt, GT, Little Smee, LIL space SMIY. PS, can't wait for game night. On the topic of game night, I have made a big boo-boo multiple times. And I said, oh, we can do it the 14th. No, we can't. Oh, we can do it the 21st. No, we can't. Oh, we can do it the 28th. No, we can't. I then went and said, oh, we can do it on the 29th. No, we can't. I'm at my friend's 21st birthday party that day. I totally forgot. Unless we do it during the day. Now, it's a Saturday, so that could happen, and I'm totally okay with that. But I need the community to tell me, are you okay with the 29th at like 10 o'clock in the morning? Game day, I guess. Or next week, the week after that, you've got Mario Party and Assassin's Creed. The week after that, it's just, this month is crazy. So I need people to tell me what they want me to do. Just email them, myxboxandmepodcast@gmail.com, or hit me up on Twitter @MCFixer. But to answer your question, I know you said casual games, so I'm not really sure where you're at with what you want. But I know Gears of War 4's on there, which is easy to play that through just the story on normal, which will get you a ton of achievements. Plus, they keep adding achievements to that game that are relatively easy. I remember logging into that game and getting like not 1,000, that's probably too much, but about 200 G, just logging in for no reason, because I'd done a ton of the game previously. Other than that, Dead Rising 3's on there, which is simple, great game, launch title of the Xbox One. That's very easy for achievements. I know we're doing the Minecraft Master Chief Collection game night, but that game has 4 different games in it, so tons of achievements.
Yep.
Manuel Samuel's in there, which is very easy achievements. What else? There's a few other things, but I can't really think of them off the top of my head. Is there anything on Game Pass that you know that's easy achievements?
I don't go for achievements, so
Yeah, you're not an achievement guy. Yeah. No, you scrub. Well, thank you all for listening to this week's My Xbox and Me episode 149. Next week, the big one, 150. Damn, I've been doing this show for a long time. Can you imagine 150? Can you imagine doing something for 150 weeks consecutively? Apart from masturbating.
I was about to say. No, I don't think I could.
It's crazy. Like, this podcast has changed my life. It's one of the things that I love most about doing and hate it the most about doing it, because it's the one thing I actually put effort in doing, unlike streaming.
Right.
Streaming is go live, watch me.
I'm here.
Everything else is like, this is like, get the show notes ready, get a host ready, like pretend to be professional for some moments. Like, it's like, yeah, it's a whole thing. But thank you to everyone that listens. Crash, let's plug, and get ourselves out of here. What are you got to plug this week?
Twitch.tv/Crushnick. Play games. Streaming a lot more consistent right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no work.
What are you playing at the moment then?
Whatnot. Destiny 2. A little bit of Monster Hunter. I forgot to say, I've been playing Monster Hunter.
I mean, it's a bit late now.
It is.
Maybe it'll be on another episode. Maybe we'll get you back to hear about that.
Yeah. See you guys next week.
Well,
yeah.
Let's not make promises. Let's not make promises out here, all right? Come on. Yeah, you can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/mcfixer. At the moment, my big push is YouTube. I'm actually trying to get back into YouTube content. So if you're a new listener, you've not checked out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/mcfixer. Doing more reaction content, doing more Let's Plays. We've got the Overcooked 2 third video gone up as a Let's Play on there. So if you're enjoying those, keep them coming and keep letting me know. We'll keep putting them out. Yeah, but other than that, remember, if you've got Twitch Prime, you've got Amazon Prime, you head over to twitch.tv/mcfixer. You sub it to this guy. And if you don't sub it to this guy, you sub it to that guy. I'll allow it this week. I'll allow it.
This week. Just this week. If you don't do it this week, never.
Never. But other than that, I will love you, leave you, and see you all later. Goodbye.